Hey dolls, so this is my what's in my special effects kit. Some of you have probably seen my tutorials and things, especially my special effects ones, because I absolutely love them. And obviously with Halloween coming up, I thought I would show you kind of what's in my kit and like how easy it is to kind of do everything and what things I have that I use a lot of the time. So it's all in here, which is just this black makeup box that I got a few years ago for my makeup, but then my makeup expanded and I now use it as my special effects kit because it's just easy that way. And the only thing that wouldn't fit is my eyeshadow palette. Now this was from Amazon and it's so handy. It has two palettes, so the first palette is on here and it's full of whites to blacks, greens, blues, purples, pinks, purpley pinks and reds, and then we've got some yellows and browns down here. And then the second palette is just again blues and greens and some oranges and yellows, which is slightly different. They're all matte shimmer glitter shadows, so pretty much anything you need is going to be in here, and it's so handy and it was pretty cheap as well. But I got it for Christmas, so I don't 100% know how cheap it was, but I do know that it's pretty cheap. So in here is all of the things that I generally use and have handy. So it comes kind of like this. So we've got top drawers, middle drawers, and then the main section, which is full of everything else. So the top thing, I've got loads of sponges. Now you need sponges to do everything pretty much. I use sponges to colour my face, liquid latex, if you pop holes into them, you can sort of see, you can create stippling effects, blending. It's easy to use these things and they're so handy to have. So I've got loads of those hidden away. I've also got a couple of lipsticks up here as well. So this one's the Revlon Vava Violet, which is like a really dark purple colour, and I've also got the Kaiko lipstick in red, which is a very nice red shade to have, so if my character looks have red or dark purple lipstick. I've also got an elf eyeliner here, which is so easy to use and it's so small, so it fits up here. And I've also got some what are these called, Q-tip things to clean up makeup, and also they can be used to like apply light dots on the face. Pencil sharpener, big and little, so you can't go wrong. I've also got loads of these, which is kind of like a sponge, like plastic synthetic sponge, which is great for stippling on kind of burst capillaries, or you can use it to freckle the face, so they're really handy to have. And I've also got three teeth enamels. So I've got two from Mehron, which is the blood red one, the nicotine one, which these are slightly separated because I haven't really used these at all, so which is just like that. And I've got a Ben Nye one in black, which I'm really looking forward to using. These are so handy. They're a bit tricky to use. You have to dry your teeth and then like design the shape or colour them in however you want. We've also got some more sponges thrown around. So on the other side we've got eyeliners, which I do make more liquidy so that I can apply them to my face. So this one's Maybelline liner in black. This one's a collection one in kind of a green shade. I've got 17 in black as well because my black one's running out. I've also got some glittery pigments. So I've got the Bourjois Intense eyeshadow, which is a beautiful kind of very shimmery purpley shade. And I've also got three coloured 2 True eyeshadow dazzles, which are just pigments. So I've got kind of a dark blue shade, a light blue greeny shade, and a pink shade. Again, they're just so easy to have for making kind of like avant-garde looks and kind of Day of the Dead looks. More sponges. I've also got a Maybelline liner in purple, which is really handy to have. Just like that. As you can see, I'm pretty run out of that. I've also got a few glitters. So this is the MAC glitter in Raining Riches, sorry. So that's matte glitter, and these are just cheap glitters. So we've got a white, a purple, and a pink. And I've also got the bright pink lip pout which is in the shade Lollipop or Lollip Pop by Sleek, just kind of create Barbie looks. And again, I've got more stippling sponges. So on this side, the second down shelf, we've got an eyeshadow palette. This is the next one. This is really old but quite handy. So it's got a white, a black, and then a blue gradient. So it's just easy and handy to have. I've got these 2 cheap cream makeup in white, which was the first kind of makeup, white makeup that I used, and they're pretty handy, though they're kind of don't really dry unless you use really thin. So if you want a fuller coverage, I would recommend something else, but these are quite handy, and they were like £1 in Clinton's. I've also got 2 NYX jumbo eye pencils. This one is in lavender and this one is in horseradish. So this is a green and this is a light purple shade. They're really nice, they're easy to use, and they're just handy. I've got a concealer stick, which is from Collection, just to help blank out the brows. I've got a Barry M Wink liner, which I believe this might have dried out. Oh no, it's still good. Just as handy because I can draw on my face and body and things like that. I've also got a 17 eyeshadow crayon in Iced. It's just kind of a shimmery white shadow base kind of thing, so it's just easy to have as well to kind of create a highlight on a face. White eyeliner, just handy. I have Ted Baker like a light pink glitter in here as well, again pretty handy to have. In here is a Barry M trio with pink, violet, purple and blue, which is handy to create like a girly tutorial kind of thing. And I've also got an NYC liquid eyeliner because sometimes it's easier for liquid eyeliner. And I've also got these 2 eye koals or kohl liners from Bloody Mary. This one is in navy and this one is in rich red, and they are so easy to create veins. I absolutely love them. I couldn't imagine doing makeup tutorials without them now that I've got them, so they're just so easy to have. I guess you don't really need a lot of specialist stuff, but yeah. Over here I've got some brushes. I'm not going to take them all out, but basically I've got Maybelline, Ted Baker, Real Techniques, a Boots Christmas one, an Amazon own. I've got some Eco Tools, Body Shop. I've also got the Mehron brushes as well, so they're all in there, and like literally I just use brushes that I don't use in beauty anymore, so, or I've got like doubles of them. I mean, like this, I haven't used this in years, you know, so it's easy to go in here. So a big staple to any makeup special effects kit is cotton wool, and this is like the stuff you give to babies, like clean babies or wipe makeup off. It's just cotton wool. This one is obviously half used. I do have spares because I just use cotton wool a lot of the time, especially with liquid latex, because it just kind of creates that shape you want with, and like skin, almost like ripped skin texture, so it's just really handy. I've also got the MUA Pro Based Fixing Mist, which is really good to like fix the makeup, because I do have the Mehron one, but this I find a little bit sticky and some people don't really like the stickiness, so it's kind of easier to have two types, one slightly watery and one slightly stickier. I've also got the Mehron, I don't know what this is, oh, the Mehron Mask Cover Foundation Grease Paint, which just looks like this. As you can see, the black is well used. So basically it comes with 3 different skin colours, a brown, black, almost like a greyish blue, a greyish green and a white, and they're just pretty easy to use. I like to use the black to kind of add a bit more detail that my black face paint, body paint just doesn't seem to provide. So this is my black face and body paint, and this is by Bloody Mary again. This is so easy, I absolutely love this stuff. I'm so glad that I have this, but it dries a bit light than dark, so you have to kind of add a bit more to make it really dark, or I do add the black from this palette just on top to add a bit more depth to the look. I've got the Maybelline Dark Brown brow stain for like adding emphasis on the eyes, because some characters where they're more dark have like a dark brow if they have brows at all, so that's just in there. I have a Kaiko face brush, which is again easy just to kind of matte out any kind of face paints or stuff, especially with translucent powder, because sometimes the makeup is a bit damp. I've got Ben Nye Fair powder, which is just easy to use, and I've got this empty Lush box, which is just again easy to kind of pour some in and then brush it onto the face. Pritt Stick is amazing, especially if you want to blank out your brows. Like, I absolutely love this stuff. I do have a spoon, but it's not in my kit at the moment, but it's just easy to kind of cut some off, smear it on your brows, and then you can like blank out your brows. So everyone should have one of those, and they're pretty cheap as well, and they're easy to use. I've got the Infallible matte in here because I like to have full coverage foundations when I'm working. Obviously I don't, in my kit at the moment I don't have my other skin tones, but I do elsewhere. It's just at the moment I've been using it only on myself for my tutorials. But so I've got the Infallible matte, I've also got the Stay Matte by Rimmel, and I've got the Revlon Colour Stay as well in there, but I usually go for this one because it's just easier to squeeze on and like blend out with a brush. This one I've used today for a look, which you'll have to wait and see what it is, and obviously this one is quite good for more of a matte finish. Now here comes more of the, oh, I was going to say here comes more of the specialist stuff, but we have a few other things in here. So yes, I've put the Infallible primer in there because I like to prime my face before I do anything, because I find that it's easier to peel off products. And again, I've got a brow pencil from Primark in here, or PS Love, but it's really soft and it's really good to kind of create hair strokes, so that's why that one's in there. Okay, so here's all my kind of specialist stuff. Not all of it I use, I have to stress this, so you don't actually have to have all of this stuff. But the first thing, and this is fab, is the Ben Nye Scab Blood. I've just got the little version, which was £5.50 from iMats, and it just looks like this. I mean, look, you can see the tiny little gouges that I've taken out of it. They're like hardly anything, and there's so much product. And when you're creating a look, you don't need loads of blood. Like, you need blood there for kind of extra detailing. You don't need like loads of it. Again, I've got the Mehron conjugated blood, which comes in a little pot like this. Again, I've hardly used, if it's gonna come out, I've hardly used any of it. Again, this is a bit more of a runnier consistency than the Ben Nye Scab Blood, but again, it is a really good product to have. Squirty blood. I packed in 2 Squirty Bloods. I actually have 4 of these in total, but they're just easy to have. I mean, this is the only one I've used. I've had this, like the Mehron starter kit for about, it'll be a year at Christmas, and like that's how much I've used out of the Squirty Blood, like hardly anything, and it's just so easy to use. Again, like the Squirty Blood is more runny, so that you can create like splatters and things like that, but this one's a lot more red. I've also got a Stage Blood, which is a little bit darker but almost the same, is a bit more thicker, so if you want to create a globule, like a blood drippage, but not have it keep running, this is a great product to have. Next I have the Mehron brush cleaner. As you can see, it's pretty dirty because I've just plop it in and spin, but you can replace this with any kind of brush cleaner you have if you wanted to. I've got spirit gum remover. This is really important if you have spirit gum or the scarring gel, because it helps remove it off, because it can be a little bit tough if you don't use this. So yeah. I've also got some makeup remover, though I haven't really used this before. I only generally use it to dampen my fingers when using the waxes. So when I mean waxes, I have the Mehron Modelling Putty Wax, which is kind of a darkish pink shade, which is unusual because I don't think anyone's that shade. And I've also got Extra Flesh, which is like fake skin, though these are really tricky products to use and like mould. This one is really good, it's just really sticky and doesn't seem to dry for me. I don't really know why, but they are really good products to have. But my main one that I do like using is the Graphtobia Modelling Wax. Again, I just picked up the small version just to give it a try, and like that's how much I've used. I've hardly used anything, and I've created a few looks with this stuff. I think the only problem again is it's a little bit tacky for me to use. I don't really like that tackiness feeling, but once you get the hang of it, it's okay. Spirit gum, which again is great to apply it like your latex and things like that on it. It does occasionally need mixing around, but it's easy, though this is a lot of product. I don't think I'll use this much, like, or that much that quickly. I mean, I dip my brush in and then just apply it for where I need it. It's great at applying hair to the face. This is the Mehron Colour Set Powder. This is a translucent powder, though it's really tricky to use in this pot, so that's why I have to decant it. This is my holy grail if you are getting into special effects and you don't want to spend that much. If you get cotton pads and liquid latex, that is all you need. As you can see, I've got probably about half of it left, and I've used it for pretty much every tutorial I've done that has used special effects makeup, so this is like the perfect product to have. I've got the Mehron 3D gel. Most of this is gone, but that's because it's been put into a large pot, because this is like the worst idea ever. Mehron, I cannot get the damn product out of it. I've melted it down, tried to squeeze it out, the damn thing does not come out of here. I had to like kind of scrape it out. But this is a really good product to have. I've created kind of like the melted zombie effect with this. You can create like scars and things with this, but it's just really tricky to get out of the pot. This is my bruise wheel, again from Mehron. I think this is such a good product to have. As you can see, it's got all the colours you need to create that perfect like bruised effect. You can mix it in with other colours to kind of create a zombie bite bruise, which is a bit more kind of ghastly. So I've got the Bloody Mary, this is a pressed eyeshadow, but it's in the werewolf set, so you create hairs with this. I think it's just a great product to have, whether as special effects or eyeshadow. It's just kind of versatile because it's brown. I've got the Ben Nye cream foundation in white. This is perfect if you're going out for evenings and things to create a look that's going to last, because this is a kind of grease makeup, so it's designed for stage and lights and heat and stuff, so it's not going to budge, and I absolutely love using this. I've also got the Mehron Celebrity Pro Cream makeup in Eurasia Ivory, which obviously isn't my shade. It's kind of an odd colour, but it's great to create almost a pale effect, and it's a really nice HD foundation to use. I would really want to get some more of these foundations. I got these are some wax crayon type things for makeup. This came out the werewolf kit again from Bloody Mary. It's got blacks, browns, dark browns, greys and a red, and they're just so easy to use. A powder puff, which I don't think I've ever used. White hair paint, which is great because you can use this as a base and then put eyeshadow or whatever over the top to create the colour. I haven't used these, but these are kind of bullet hole prosthetics. I prefer to create my own, just so I don't waste these, but these are pretty handy to have if you want that kind of special effects look. And finally, I've also got a lock of hair. This is from Mehron as well. I haven't used this stuff, but you can create werewolf looks with it, or extra hair or stuff like that, beards and things. So that is it in my kit. Like I said, most of the stuff, I have other things that aren't in my kit, which I use for other people. Like if I know what I'm doing, I can use on other people, and like the right skin tones and things like that I can mix pre-appointment. But that is everything in my kit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you're not, and leave a comment down below what you thought of this, and if you're gonna do anything like this ready for Halloween. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.